Hello and welcome to WorldIn5. Zimbabwe's leader, President Mnangagwa, has officially returned from his month-long leave, and his packed schedule will prioritize Zimbabwe's economic growth and stability. This was confirmed by the Deputy Chief Secretary in charge of Presidential Communications in the Office of the President and Cabinet, George Charampa, in an interview with our sister paper, The Herald. President Mnangagwa last week took time off his annual break to chair a session on developments in the country's economy designed to map the way forward. Meanwhile, President Mnangagwa will lead a delegation of the Southern African Development Community to Tanzania later this week for an extraordinary joint meeting with the Eastern African Community Bloc in an effort to thrash out a peaceful resolution to the Democratic Republic of Congo conflict. This follows a decision made by the extraordinary SADC summit that was held in Harare last week for a joint summit with the EAC, which is currently chaired by Kenyan President William Ruto. The DRC, a member of both SADC and the EAC, accuses Rwanda, which is a member of the latter group, of backing the M23 and other rebel groups that have left death and destruction in eastern DRC. Meanwhile, Harare acting town clerk engineer Pakamila Mabena Moyo is on record saying the city's water is clean, safe to drink, and is 100% compliant with the World Health Organization standards.
Water at the tap, it could be localized where probably is at best, or maybe there's some ingress of debt into our distribution system. But as you will see for yourself, the water that is coming out here is 100% compliant with WHO. We have a laboratory here where we test our water every hour, and we also engage Standards Association to do verification of our results. So I can assure everybody that the water that comes out of here is 100% compliant.
Joining the conversation is Samson Nananga, chairperson of Zimbabwe Passenger Transport Organization. Samson, what is your reaction to the upward review of the minimum age for public transport drivers?
I think it's a very good initiative, because as far as means of transport is concerned, the public transport should be the most safest means of transport. So we've got issues of attitude and behavior. These youngsters, they are people full of energy and excitement, and at times they are uncontrollable. So we just believe that if someone is fully mature, 30 years is not a joke. A person will be a responsible somebody. So if we say 30 years and above, I think that will go a long way. It will help us as far as road carnage is concerned, because most of the people who are involved in accidents are these youngsters. So I say to government, we know that it's not only age limit or the drivers which causes accidents. There are a lot of things. The road, the vehicles themselves, there's a lot of things, but to start with, I think it's a very good initiative.
Zimbabwe's economy could receive a major boost if economic ties with India are further strengthened and new trade and investments are established. The Asian giant, with a population of 1.4 billion and a gross domestic product of 3.55 trillion United States dollars, could change Zimbabwe's growth projections. Our business correspondent Melissa Chatikobo spoke with Indian ambassador to Zimbabwe, Brahma Kumar, who outlined a strategic roadmap to drive bilateral investment and trade growth.
In India's eyes, Zimbabwe has positioned itself as a prime investment destination, offering vast mineral wealth, arable land, and a skilled workforce. Over the years, the two nations have signed key business agreements to strengthen economic ties, with India's private sector investments injecting about 600 million United States dollars into Zimbabwe.
Last year I had a delegation led by Confederation of Indian Industries. So this year again I am planned to have a few delegations in various sectors such as agriculture, agricultural technology, solar pumping, irrigation, engineering, and similarly like AI and other software related industries have also shown interest.
For the year 2025, His Excellency Ambassador Kumar has organized dialogue between Zimbabwean and Indian economic bodies.
Last year, I was in touch with some of the agencies of Zimbabwe, like ZNCC, ZIDA, Zimbabwe Chamber of Industries, and similarly other think tanks. So I was keen to engage these chambers and establish their links with Indian chambers. Indian chambers are very active, like FICCI, CII.
Uganda has launched the trial of a vaccine against the Sudan strain of the Ebola virus following an outbreak in the country that has killed one person and infected two others. The first patient, a 32-year-old male nurse, died last week. On Monday, the initial participant in the trial, who is currently in isolation, received a dose of the vaccine, which the International AIDS Vaccine Initiative, a global non-profit organization, developed. Now that was all we had for WorldIn5. Have a good afternoon.